unversüchlich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
I apologize,
What are
sir.
you getting at, Eldris?
Which one?
I'm saying that the bandits
Are
who
you
freed
dead?
Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them.
Good, sir.
Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And
I'm sorry.
Herr König surely
I was
knows
paying
this
attention.
too.
What is it, Eldred? You smell a deal?
I fancy
What I
some
smell is
Tokai.
that your stubborn
Refill,
heads
boy.
do not realize what Schwierigkeit this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing
I
down,
apologize,
and you
sir.
want to defend
Which one?
yourselves.
Tokai.
With a few rusty
White.
halberds.
And who
Are
is
you
it
deaf?
you want to fight? Exactly. The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will
sir.
not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at
thank
any
the
moment.
Lord.
What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory. And the king is surely
apologize,
aware of
sir.
it as well.
Which
Maybe
one?
if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc
Sir?
all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Come here, friend, and bring that red with you.
So, the cleanliness
sir.
of the city is not
Orders from above.
what it should
Do
be.
you see that?
The current baths
Even the
in city
waiter is
fall
having a
far
laugh at
short
us.
of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's
everything
a
all right?
protege
No.
of Marish.
But there's nothing you
Her
can
efforts
do
are
about it.
commendable.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
I can't. I'm supposed to serve the lords.
You're supposed to do what you're told. But suit yourself. I'll go and get it myself after the assembly.
A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning
and a full
God's
cup.
plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths.
I apologize,
Unless
sir.
the Lord wishes to
Which one?
punish the
White
wickedness
Tokai.
that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how
Sir?
is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming back to it.
A trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nars's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
Tokai!
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
I apologize, sir.
Well,
Which one?
Tokai!
sure what you're
That's the
implying.
white.
Horseshit! You know full well, everybody knows, he wiped the floor with you!
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
Sir?
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself? Me? I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident.
Boy,
You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides,
Sir?
if his men attack yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it
I fancy
really
some
was
Tokai.
nothing.
Everyone
Refill,
in the
boy.
city gossiped about it. I heard there were several
I
dead.
apologize,
Did
sir.
you? That's
Which one?
grossly
Tokai
exaggerated.
White.
I don't
Are you
think
deaf?
Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
Good, sir.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him,
Well,
the king
thank
himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want.
I'd like some
I
monastery
suspect the
wine.
gentleman from the
Refill
city's
my
sword
cup,
fighting
boy.
school brought this custom to us. That German, Menhard, is just hanging around the market looking
Sir?
for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous, Warsucker. You act like you've never been in a
Vanish,
fight
you hear me?
And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some old fishwives
Boy,
in the marketplace.
Come here for a moment.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff.
Everything in order?
And that's
Not
that.
quite. But I
There
think
are
you
more
might be able
pressing
to help
matters
me.
deal.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
The whole town is already laughing at us.
I really shouldn't, sir.
A fine servant you are.
My words exactly. The town council is
Come here,
squabbling
friend,
constantly
and bring that
with the
red
upper
with
charge,
you.
And no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Where's that twit who pours the
sorry.
wine here?
We'll never
I
get
wanted
anywhere like
red!
this. Why waste our
That's the
time?
way. Good lad.
The building of the church is going on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. Just the village with the monastery, and they are going to make a oil mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called
You there,
craftsmen
A cup
are
of bread.
band of
And don't
parasites.
you skimp on
You
me.
pay them, they come late, or report sick, and if they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste
About
of
time.
time. I tell you, a waste of time.
Adam, don't interrupt the proceedings with your drunken ranting, even if you are in the right. And as for you, Endelin, haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city
Okay.
under siege?
And a full cup.
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would
Sir?
Like, for instance, That you'd like to have your
Good.
own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
The hell freezes over, my boy. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think
You
not.
there, lad,
Excuse
a cup
me?
of red.
You
And
want
don't
to
you
buy
skip
yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I acquired my
Sorry.
seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. That's all they have. They would be defeated by the bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obring.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?